Hey Coach, Lone Star Gridiron has been the leader in Coaches Show podcasts for 20 years, and now you can get your own Coaches Show podcast each week during the season as a fundraiser for your booster club. Yes, booster clubs all over are using these podcasts to help their sports programs. You get to share the stories of your program and your kids to a huge audience and make money. We started with just football, but this year have expanded to make them available for all sports. Call 713-269-4620 to find out the details and get your Coaches Show started.
All right, Coach. So, what can you tell me about the team this year?
Man, so when I took over in 2022, there were less than 50 kids in this program. As of this week, we're at about 133 kids playing in Hardin-Jefferson. Now, numbers are up now. Right now, it's time. Now, what are we going to show with that program growth? Right, that's been our challenge to our kids. It's no secret. Wins been hard to come by here the last 2 years. I think this is a year where we can start to show some progress. But we're going to have to do the work, and we're going to have to perform because there's no gimmies on the schedule.
Yeah. So you've been there long enough now. You know the kids. Who are some of the kids that you're going to rely on this year?
I think offensively, we have a wide receiver. He's a senior. He started since he was a freshman. Name is Sam Jones. He may be 18 years old. He's got the maturity of a 40-year-old man. He's built like a grown man. Phenomenal work ethic, gifted athlete, good student. Can't say enough good things about Sam. He's about 6'3", 190 pounds. He's very athletic. Doesn't fool around. He's not afraid to hold people accountable. Defensively, we have another young man who's a senior named Tavian Thomas. Also started since he was a freshman. He's played in 30 football games. He plays in the secondary. He was the all-district kick returner in a district with West Orange, Jasper, and Silsbee. He's also very gifted. So on that side of the ball, we're gonna rely heavily on Tavian to be a leader for the defensive side.
Excellent. And then what about the district? What do you expect out of the district this year?
Man, it's we're no longer in that other district with Silsbee, Jasper, and West Orange and Hampshire, and us, Liberty, and Bridge City all opted up this last realignment.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a false narrative out there that we did that thinking we were going to be guaranteed wins or have an easier schedule. That's not the case. Lumberton's come off a good 3-year stretch. Eric Peavy's done a phenomenal job at Little Cypress. Dwayne Dubois is continuing the tradition of the slot T at Viter. Finus is a tough blue collar old school guy doing good things at Livingston. And then you got Joey at Huffman. So there's no, and Joey's an awesome dude who's consistent, sticks to his guns, high moral value guy. So we're gonna have our challenges for us. We didn't beat anybody last year, so we don't have the leeway to walk around like we've done something. We have to prove it week in and week out that we belong out there, that we have to earn the respect of our opponents. They deserve our respect because they worked hard, just as hard or as much as we have. So I think week in and week out, we're going to have to show our best. I think we're going to compete better, not because we're in a new district, but because we just see in our program now. And there's some carryover. There's expectations. Kids are holding each other accountable. And I think regardless of where you're at, that leads itself to some winning football.
Yeah, definitely. And outside of the district, what's your schedule look like?
We open up at Kelly in Beaumont. Mike Long's there. Mike Long was the offensive coordinator at P&G when I was in high school. And I played in Heerlen. And so
nice.
I was a few years younger than his son Dustin, who played at A&M and later Sam. And Mike Long's a great coach. He's been doing it a long time. Week 2, East Chambers comes to us. Russ Sutherland's done a phenomenal job at East Chambers. That's kind of a local rivalry game for our kids. We have people who live in Winnie that work here. There are people who live in Sour Lake that work in Winnie, East Chambers. People who went to one school, grew up in one school and worked at the other, or vice versa. So we have a guy on our staff who played for us, and they got a couple guys over there who maybe have some HJ ties. So that's always a fun game. Kids get up for it. And then week 3 we go to Buna And Mike Trahan comes from that Du Bois, Jeff Matthews slot T tree, and so he's over at Puna. He's got those kids fired up, and we're going to have to play a good game, and then we head into our bye, and then this district from there.
And talking about district, when you look at the district, is there a must-win game in that schedule? Obviously, everyone in district seems to be a must-win, but what stands out to you?
Man, I'm going to give you that answer. I think everyone's a must-win. I do. I think our kids, I feel like, Liberty and Bridge City are traveling with us, so there's some familiarity there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that breeds a little bit of almost like a rivalry type air, kind of like, Texas went to the SEC. Well, so did Oklahoma, but there's some familiarity with A&M and Arkansas. So it's kind of there's a little bit of that, but we are coming into a new district, and like I said, I can't say enough good things about the teams that are already there. We scrimmaged Livingston before, in previous years. Our under levels have played a lot of the teams that are in this district, and a big part of us was these are the teams we play in every other sport. So let's play with football. And I'm really excited to see how these newer football collisions take shape over the next couple of years.
Definitely, and I know it's already hard work time. Before we went on the air, we talked about getting there and putting in the work in the mornings. But during the summer, did you get to take any time off and relax?
My superintendent said I have 5 holidays. Take 5. So I talked to my wife. I said we can do the week before July 4th or the week after. So we took the week after, and we grind our kids pretty hard in June. We do the UIL mandated sports-specific instruction, and we backed off that in July a little bit, where we do more of the old school open weight room format. So our offensive staff takes a week, our defensive staff takes a week. So coaches get 2 weeks off in July.
Oh, nice.
And then, because if you wanted to, this could be a year-round job.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of have to create it and get in where you fit in there. We went to New Braunfels. I did the Central Texas kind of New Braunfels, Schlitterbahn River deal. And it was the first time my kids got to do that, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is a blast. Cool. Well, Coach, gosh, good luck on the season, and thank you so much for sitting down with me.
I appreciate you having us. Anytime we have a chance to promote our kids, we love to do it.
This show is brought to you by the book, All I Need to Know I Learned from My Texas High School Football Coach, a handbook of wisdom for parents, young people, and yes, even coaches. Head over to www.learnedfromcoach.com and order your copy to support sharing the stories of these great coaches and leaders. That's learnedfromcoach.com.